Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Milvan Hasan. I'm from class E and I'm going to present the material about educational tools. Definition of educational tools. Educational tools are something that helps the implementation of education in achieving its goals, either in the form of objects or not. Educational tools have a very broad understanding. Therefore, in discussing educational tools, it is necessary to divide them because something that educational tools are an act or deed or situation that is intentionally held to achieve an educational goal. Kinds of educational tools. Number 1. Preventive education tools. Preventive education tools are tools that are preventive in nature. The purpose of this preventive education tool is to prevent a child from doing something bad. For example, rules, recommendation, and orders, prohibition, and coercion. Number 2. Repressive education tools. Repressive education tools are also called curative educational tools or corrective educational tools. Repressive educational tools aim to make children aware of things that are right, good and orderly, for example, notification, reprimands, penalties, and rewards. But there is another opinion that say educational tools are not objects. Number 1. Habituation. Habituation is one of the most important educational tools, especially for young children. Since birth, children must be trained in good habits and action, such as being bathed and put to sleep at certain times, being fed regularly, and so on. Good habits are important for the formation of children's character and will also continue to affect the child in old age. Number 2, supervision. Supervision is very important in educating children. Without supervision means letting children do what they want. Children will not be able to distinguish good and bad, do not know what should be avoided or inappropriate and what is allowed and should be carried out, what is harmful and what is not. Number 3, command. Each command and regulation in education contains a moral norm, so it is giving direction or contains a goal towards moral action. Of course, an order or rule can be easily obeyed by children if the educator himself obeys and lives according to the rules. Number 4, prohibition. We usually issue this prohibition if we want to do something bad that is detrimental or that can harm him. Number 5, punishment. Punishment is an action that will be applied to a child consciously and intentionally causing misery so that the child will be aware of his actions and promise in his heart not to repeat it. Number 6, reward. Rewards are an education tool, so by itself, the purpose of the reward is as a tool to educate children so that children feel happy because their action or work get awards. Number 7, gift or compliment. Another educational tool is a gift or prize given to a child who does a good job or deed. Gifts also motivate children to always maintain their character and behavior. Number 8, exemplary. Exemplary is also necessary in educating children so that children can imitate someone in doing. In family life, his role models are his parents or siblings, while in school, the teacher can also be a role model. Criteria for selection of educational tools. Muharram A. 2009, 135. Although material education tools or materials such as land, buildings, furniture, and equipment are more related to educational activities in schools, but because of the nature of education in general also take advantage of the important role of educational tools in the form of materials. The following criteria are as follows. This needs to be understood and taken into account by educators in carrying out educational activities such as: Number 1. Educational tools should be made of strong and durable tools taking into account local condition. Number 2. Making educational tools is easy and can be done en masse. Number 3. The cost of educational tools is relatively cheap. Number 4. Educational tools should be comfortable when occupied or used so that they do not interfere with the safety of the wearer. The last number 5. Educational tools are relatively light for easy to move around. I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.